Hello, I am Dr. Anish Malik. Today we are going to discuss post-operative nausea and vomiting. Nausea is defined as an unpleasant sensation referred to a desire to vomit, not associated with expulsive muscular movement. Vomiting is forceful expulsion of even a small amount of upper GI contents through the mouth. Post-operative nausea and vomiting is defined by any nausea, retching, or vomiting occurring during the first 24 to 48 hours after surgery. There are four pathways for nausea and vomiting. The first is through the cortex, where any pain, emotions, or anticipation may stimulate the cortex. The second is through the chemoreceptor trigger zone, where drugs such as opioids may stimulate the vomiting center. The third is through the vagal afferents of the gastrointestinal tract, where solutions such as hypertonic NaCl may lead to stimulation of the vomiting center. And fourth, through the vestibular system, which may stimulate the vomiting center. The vomiting center in turn stimulates visceral and somatic nuclei, which lead to sympathetic and vagal symptoms and vomiting. The various risk factors of PONV may be patient-related, anesthesia-related, or surgery-related. Patient-related factors are female gender, non-smoking patient, history of PONV, motion sickness or migraine, age more than 3 years in children, and preoperative anxiety. Anesthesia-related factors are preoperative opioids, intraoperative opioids, postoperative opioids, volatile anesthetics, nitrous oxide, propofol, duration of anesthesia. Surgery-related factors are laparoscopic surgeries, strabismus surgery in children, middle ear surgery, herniorrhaphy, tonsillectomy, adenoidectomy, and uvulopalatopharyngoplasty. Various risk assessment tools have been developed for assessment of the risk of postoperative nausea and vomiting. These include the AFFIL Simplified Risk Score for adults. It has 4 risk factors, each having a score of 1. These risk factors are female gender, non-smoker, history of PONV, and post-operative use of opioids. The second is a Simplified Risk Score for post-discharge nausea and vomiting. It has 5 risk factors, each with a score of 1. And these are female gender, history of PONV, age less than 50 years, use of opioids in the post-operative anesthesia care unit, and nausea in the post-anesthesia care unit. The third is the simplified risk score for children, which includes 4 factors. These are duration of surgery more than 30 minutes, age more than 3 years, strabismus surgery, and history of PONV for patient, parent, or sibling. The various antiemetic drugs which can be used to prevent PONV are as follows. Number 1 is metoclopramide. It is a dopamine receptor antagonist and prokinetic and can be used in dose of 10, 25 or 50 mg. The second is droperidol, which is also a dopamine receptor antagonist and can be used in a dose of 0.625 to 1.25 mg IV. Third is diphenhydramine, which is a histamine receptor antagonist and can be used in a dose of 31.25 to 2.5 mg IV. Fourth is ondansetron, which is a serotonin antagonist and is used in a dose of 4 mg. Fifth is dexamethasone, which is a steroid which protects against PONV by inhibiting the nucleus tractus solitarius and is given in a dose of 4 to 8 mg. The last is aprepitant, which is a neurokinin antagonist and is given in a dose of 40 mg per oral. Now talking about individual drugs, metoclopramide is available as 2 ml ampoules containing 5 mg per ml each or 10 mg tablets. It is a dopamine receptor antagonist given a dose of 10 mg. The onset of the action occurs within 5 minutes and it acts for a duration of 8 hours. It is metabolized by liver and has side effects like extrapyramidal reactions and ocular crisis. Second is MSET, ondansetron, which is available as 2 ml ampoules containing 2 mg per ml. It acts by antagonizing serotonin receptors and is given in a dose of 4 mg. The onset of action occurs in 5 minutes and it is a duration of action of 8 hours. It is metabolized by liver. Side effects are headache, dizziness, and abdominal discomfort. Third is dexamethasone, which is available as 2 ml ampoules containing 4 mg per ml. They act by inhibition of the nucleus tractus solitarius. It is given in a dose of 4 to 8 mg. Onset is slow, so it is to be given at the beginning of a case and not at the end of the case, unlike the other 2 drugs. And it has a duration of action of 8 to 12 hours. It is metabolized by liver. And side effects are same as with any other steroid, but no clinical side effects will be seen with a single dose. This is the algorithm for management of a patient for PONV. We will focus on the management of inpatients who are not preferred for TIVA, total IV anesthesia. Here, if the patient has no risk factors, then no antibiotic has to be given. If the patient has one risk factor, then dexamethasone is given. If the patient has two risk factors, then a dopamine receptor antagonist or ondansetron can be given along with dexa. If the patient has three risk factors, then aprepitant can be added to the management. And if the patient has four risk factors, then the patient can be given a total IV anesthetic. If the patient develops post-operative nausea and vomiting despite giving all these drugs, then in the post-op a rescue antiemetic such as ondansetron or any other non-serotonin antagonist antiemetic can be used. Thank you.